Gittone Stadium for the second rivalry event, Millville versus Vineland. And we were just building off of what we were expecting to see tonight. Not a lot of physical play from the girls, so I'm expecting for the rest to really get in there and see. What are you expecting physical wise?
Well, there certainly was a little bit of physical play in the first game.
Especially at the end.
Yeah, certainly a couple hard tackles, and you could really see that start to wear off on the players at the end of the game. Just absolutely exhausted. I give props for them staying out there and fighting through extra time until the very end there. So I'm expecting to see physical play. Absolutely, it's been prominent in the past in these games, and it's certainly going to be a fun one to watch tonight. You're going to see a lot of entertainment.
It looks like we got the captains out at midfield. We got Tristan DeLeon for the Violence Boys Soccer, Law Hill, Ethan Spinato, and Christian DeLeon. They're actually both twins. So that's interesting to see. They actually had a very big article posted in the Daily Journal this morning about Tristan and how they've come up and how he plays a unique style. Did you get the chance to read it?
Unfortunately, did not, but hopefully, able to learn more about them tonight, and hopefully they're able to put on a show for us.
So stick around here. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on all the stations, and we're excited to see what's about to happen. I believe the national anthem is about to come up next, or we're going straight into it. Looks like we're heading straight into it.
Only ready for action.
I'm ready. They're ready too. Big crowd tonight at Gittone Stadium. We're almost filled. We got a lot of Milville, a lot of Vineland, a lot of red, a lot of blue, a lot of orange.
Of course, with these towns being so close together, especially second game of the season when they're down at the airport for the Millville home edition of this rivalry game, you're going to see a lot from both sides, and maybe more red than blue tonight, but both sides certainly showed out.
Also, we forgot to mention a big loss for the Vineland team. Owen Egger moving to Florida. Unfortunately, not able to play anymore for Vineland. And so we're going to see how that comes for them. He had quite a few goals last year. I've played with him a few times. Incredible player. And so we're going to have to see who's going to score the goals today for Vineland.
Yeah, for sure. It's got to be the next man up mentality. And, I believe that, they've been working on it throughout the whole summer. And they're going to show up. And it could be one guy, could be a multitude of players trying to step up for their team and fill in for that loss.
Looks like Vineland's running a 4-3-1 here. That's what I'm looking at. As the kick's about to get off. Ref's looking at both sides, making sure each team's ready. And we're off. Ethan Spinato down to the kick. Gets back to Lucas, who kicks it down to the right defender. Early pressure by Milville there, and Sean McCarthy coming in. Ball's still staying in. Impressive work. Coming through, and Owen Gilson comes up with the ball as he goes backwards. Griffin Dash as well. Up to Sean McCarthy, who we said has a big kick down the line. We're going to test Tristan early. Recovers the ball, lays down. He's going to get ready for a goal kick, or a punt, excuse me.
Yeah, certainly a rapid pace early here. Both teams quickly coming out of the gate with a lot of energy, not trying to slow things down, trying to get right into it.
Big headbutt from Ethan Spinato that goes back to keeper Matt Suey, who picks up the ball, delivers it down the sideline to number 14, Kevin Dick. Back to Sean McCarthy here, who loses the ball. Some aggressive play early from both teams as Vineland looks to regroup. But unfortunately, he kicks it to Griffin Dash, who loses the ball again, off to the sideline and out of play. Here comes an early opportunity for Milville to show what they've got and put some shots up.
It's going to be important to score first in this game, really get that momentum swing. You're going to start to hear it from the crowd. You're going to start to, and just really start to feel that pressure. So, getting one goal up is really going to get you a lot of confidence, and you're able to build off that in the rest of this game.
And out of bounds on Milville as they come back. Here comes number 15, Noah Sarnoff. Big throw down the line. Gets through a Millville defender, Travis Jenkins, who comes up but loses the ball. Cross kick, but to nobody. Millville clears. Another big kick coming in to Eli Sarnoff. And a nice defensive play by Kevin Dick as the ball goes out of bounds, but Vineland retains possession. Eli's looking for someone to throw to. Switches the ball out to Diaz Lopez, who comes in for a big throw, it looks like. Heaves it in. Off of Vineland head. Ooh, and then over the top, Travis Jenkins with a great head ball out of bounds, or a great cross, excuse me. Off of Griffin Dash and back to number 22, Christian DeLeon.
Vineland's starting to control the pace now, starting to set up their offense, really trying to look for one shot that they really want here.
You can see the Vineland coach, he's very adamant. He thinks they missed an opportunity there. So here comes the throw. And a foul called. Looks like Vineland's going to have a free kick here. We got Devon Smith and Travis Jenkins up to block the kick, and Ethan Spinato taking the kick. You know, are we seeing a cross or a shot here, CJ?
I think early you don't really need to force that shot. Just looking for a cross, looking for hopefully a good shot on net with a lot of bodies around.
And here comes the ball. It is a kick, and it goes out of bounds, just wide left. Looks like that was one of those maybe a shot, maybe a pass that he was just trying to hope to get into that net somehow.
Yeah, you know, not a bad one. Just trying to serve one up on net here, and unable to come out with a successful kick. It's all good. You know, they're gonna have a lot more chances throughout this game. They know that, so they don't really need to force anything or try to do anything too spectacular early on.
Goal kick by Masui that lands into a Vineland defender's zone. Cleared out. Here comes Sean McCarthy down the middle. Ooh, tries to do his little spin move, but gets it up to Devon Smith, who passes it up to Griffin Dash with a lot of room down the 40. Big kick by Griffin. Here comes a cross, but stopped by Noah Sarnoff as they continue to battle. Here comes the cross off of a head, and Owen Gilson looks to retain possession for Millville. The ball goes back and forth here between Millville offenders and Vineland defense, but a big head right to number 18, to Ron Stevenson, who was the leading goal scorer last year along with Sean McCarthy. And, you know, they have a big opportunity right here.
Yeah, for sure. They're going to have to try to take advantage of this, try to find one of their two big goal guys. It's going to be Teron and Sean, obviously. A lot of other people contributing, but
big throw by Teron into the goal box. Big head by Devon, but caught by Tristan DeLeon. Two early saves there for Tristan as he looks to regroup the Vineland team. Kick by Tristan right to the halfway point. Seeing some aggressive play by Joe Reed early for the Millville defenders.
Well, that's big, playing up the middle there on defense and trying to set the tone, force Vineland to the outside and force him into some tougher passes and shots.
Definitely not scared as Law Hill comes up with a beautiful kick. I'm not even sure how he got that through, but unfortunately to a Millville defender. Here comes Kevin Dick up the sideline. Tries to get it past. Oh, and he does to number 12, Josiah Cruz. But unfortunately loses possession. As long as Eli Sarnoff loses possession as well, he's just adamantly frustrated. And here comes Millville back up. Kevin Dick down the sideline, trying to get Teron Stevenson, and he does. Going down to the goal line, taking it to the center, but nobody's there, and Tristan DeLeon again.
Probably just pulling towards the net, maybe find a body in the middle of the field there. Nobody's moving from Millville.
I don't think they were ready for that. Millville definitely does need to be up there, though, to make sure they score some goals. Tristan, here comes resets. Another end-over-end kick. Right to a Millville defender, though, Kevin Dick. As Josiah Cruz almost gets it up to Teron Stevenson. Might get it back. As Vineland defender pushes up the pace. Down the sideline to number 23, Moses Akru, who runs and runs and runs for the ball. It goes out. Oh, no, it stays in through Travis Jenkins' legs. Travis recovers well, though, and it's going to look to keep him off as he crosses it. Nice defense play by Travis Jenkins.
Yeah, for sure. And this young sophomore stepping up in place of maybe some defenders missing, and maybe some key guys.
Oh, and a missed header by a Millville player, and goes off of Ethan Spinell, tries to get possession, but the Millville defender goes and gets the ball from him, and they're looking for a foul there.
early physicality you're going to see. I'm starting to wonder, the question has to be asked whether the officials are going to let them play physical, if they're going to call these fouls. And I like that sign there that they're going to let them play.
Joe Reed coming up for the 6th kick. We got 12 people online right now. Hi, Ms. Daigle, our guidance counselor, Tina Stiles, Steve Griffiths, Tony Fermento. I'm glad you're joining us, and we're going to have, we're just here for the first half, giving Frank and his daughter a break. Hopefully they come back for the second half, and, they're able to commentate this game as well. Looks like we're making some early substitutions here for Vineland. Lots of players coming on. As Joe Reed waits to take the kick. And here's Travis, he was able to get the ball out, but I'm not sure what happened here. Vineland, hard play. And then here comes the kick. He was just trying to get it in there, Noah Sarnoff. And it goes off Owen Gilson's head the wrong way to Ethan Spinato. And Joe Reed looks like a little push, little not push,
maybe a little flop going on there. There definitely was a little bit of a push, and no call, it appears, and Millville's going to take possession. We got a player down.
Down on the far sideline there, it's looks like Christian DeLeon. Do not have a number here. Stretching him out. As the players regroup on the sideline.
Hopefully just a cramp early on in this game. We got a lot of soccer left to play tonight, so you're going to definitely need it out there.
Especially against Milville, you're trying to go out 110%. It doesn't always work out that way. It's actually number 23, Jonathan Vergara, as he gets up and walks off on his own power. As Millville and Vineland come back to take the field.
It's a great sign.
Like we said, early cramps, not a lot of scrimmages. That can all influence.
Exactly. Early in the season, these things are going to happen. The conditioning is just, maybe not up to par as much as you would like it to be. But by the end of the season, both these teams are going to get there, and obviously be able to beat.
Looks like the ref is talking to number 11, Eli Sarnoff here. I'm not sure what they're upset about, but it's something to look forward to, look into for the rest of the game. Here we go to resume play. Big low kick by Millville defender that's taken up by Millville, but going back and forth, and a cross into the... Oh, Masui looks... Oh, nice play by him. He came out quick. He got that ball. Maybe he took, a little off jump, but he was still able to get there with that height.
Spinato charging into the box, but Sui doing a good job of just out jumping and getting a hand on the ball and disrupting the play.
Sui's tall, but he also has the reach of, he's able to use his hands, so it's a big advantage there, and he was able to use it properly. Kevin Dick coming in for the throw now. Looking for somebody to throw to. Back to Kevin Dick. To Owen Gilson as he comes up the middle. Coming up the right sideline now. Good play by Josiah Cruz, but he just wasn't able to get there, and as they try to get the possession back, as they do, comes number 9, Luke Patterson, but Vineland clears it first. But Millville retains possession. A lot of back and forth. We haven't seen too many, great plays, great put-togethers, but I'm sure that's coming soon. They're just trying to get out there early, get the ball down, and hopefully score a goal. Looks like they were confused about who that ball went off of, and Vineland retains possession.
Griffin Dash certain that one belonged to Millville. The official saying otherwise.
As he would be no matter what.
Much to his dismay.
Here comes Kevin Dick for, he's had a few throws, and that's a big one. Right to Josiah Cruz's head. Right to his head again. Taken up by Sean McCarthy, who's trying to find someone past you. Back to Cruz.
It's good control by Milville here. Hopefully they're able to come out with a good offensive possession and get some pressure and some chances here.
You did see that. They didn't try to rush and push the ball up. They went backwards. Fortunately, it didn't work for them. Oh, yep. They retain possession here as Patterson looks to get it to Sean McCarthy up in the middle. He has one player with him, and he's fighting. And number 13, Nicholas Santoria, commits the foul there. We're just working on these names. We just saw them today, so we'll get there. Here we go again. They're battling. A little push there, and that's enough to push them down.
The extension of the arm has to be what they're calling there, and also going violent now. They're really physical. It's a great battle there for the ball. It's just violent coming out on top.
Big kick to Eli Sarnoff's head, who hits it almost too far, and it's going to go out of bounds for a Millville goal kick.
What an environment here tonight here at Gittone Stadium. We got a lot of fans in the crowd, as we already mentioned. Packed stands, a lot of red, a lot of blue. Both sides. Under the lights here, it doesn't get much better than this.
Beautiful sunset as well as the ball is kicked in by Joe Reed. Off of Teron Stevenson's head, but retained by Vineland. Here comes Gavin Miller with the ball, but he loses as well. Number 8, Alfie Costino. And Millville regains possession to Griffin Dash as they look to break out of the zone, but unfortunately unable to do that as nobody's there. Back to Eli Sarnoff down the left side.
A little bit of a miscommunication over there towards midfield.
Ethan Spinato's been all over the field today. He's working hard. I've seen him everywhere. He's looking for that goal. He's gonna be in with the goalie. He's trying to get them all flustered up, especially the defenders as well. And so he came out ready to play tonight as we have a substitution. Looks like Griffin Dash is going off the side. Joe Reed with the kick. Bouncing through a few legs, and then a big kick by a Vineland defender there who gets it out into the Millville defensive zone, but unable to really do anything right now as they're looking for someone to pass to. And he finds someone, but there was nobody there. He's just kicking for it, nothing right there. As Eli tries to retain the ball, but it goes out of bounds. And here comes a Millville possession. Kevin Dick with another throw. Real quick to Devon Smith as they keep heading the ball back and forth. Kevin Dick eventually kicks it out of bounds, and it will be Vineland ball. Looks like Eli Sarnoff's ready to get the ball in quickly, but ends up not. Here comes the ball back to Eli Sarnoff. Number 13, but unable to press it. And then Joe Reed with a big clear out to the middle of the zone where Sean McCarthy's coming in. Oh, and he lays out a Vineland player, but no call there.
Letting him play, as we said, is a great sign. Gotta love the physicality on both sides.
Here comes Gavin Shapiro down the side, along with number 11, Owen Gilson. And more substitutions by Vineland. Eli Sarnoff comes off the field. And a big corner kick by Spinato. We're going to see what Vineland's made of here, what they're going to attempt as the ball comes in. Right to number 9. But eventually hit out of bounds. We wouldn't be able to do this game tonight without our camera operators. We got Jackson Millard, Giovanna Amato, and Sarah Cassis, who've really put on a great show for us. Tonight. And made this possible. So we're very glad to have them as the ball comes into play here to number 13. Vineland Millville fighting for the ball here. Millville's really looking to get out of the zone. It's been in their zone for a long time. They're just looking for a break, something that'll that'll, be able to break through the Vineland defenders, but it just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, they need it bad. They need to get the ball into the offensive zone, give their defenders a break right now. That's what all the time. You're going to see frequent subs throughout the first half here, especially, first game of the season. Trying to see looks on everybody and trying to keep everybody in condition for the rest of this game. It's not easy as this game goes on.
As Millville kicks it out of bounds by almost a dangerous ball there, but he was able to safely get rid of it as Vineland comes in for another throw-in. Noah Sarnoff throws in the ball here. And a big cross right to Matsui. There was nobody there for Vineland. He was just trying to get into the zone, see if something happened, but it just didn't work out.
It's not a bad look at all. It may come out, Milville gonna punt this ball away, but it's not a bad thing to get the ball on net, give some looks to the goalie, and hopefully they're able to keep up this offensive production.
Battling in the midfield here by both Millville and Vineland as Vineland tries to kick it through, but Joe Reed comes and snaps it as long as Devon Smith. Up the sideline here as they look to regroup. To Owen Gilson, who's quickly attacked by a Vineland offender, and looks like Ethan Spinell was coming up the sideline, beats two defenders, but eventually kicked out by number 8, Gavin Miller. As again, Vineland's in Millville's third. Not really able to break through, but Vineland also hasn't been able to put anything too aggressive up on that.
Millville's been playing a little bit of bend and break here, but eventually, constant pressure is going to come out with some results.
And a dangerous play there by some Millville defenders, and ends up in a Vineland foot, but just wasn't able to do anything to it as Kevin Dick comes up for another throw. Vineland regains possession here. Looks to go down the line as it is cleared. Some aggressive play by both teams early here, as we were talking about, but just nothing really too aggressive by either team. Nothing too scary on net. Just a lot of back and forth. As Millville looks to finally get out of the zone. Pass to Sean McCarthy, but Noah Sarnoff cuts that off. Millville coming up for a clear again. Josiah Cruz tries to get to Sean McCarthy's feet, but it's just wide.
Miscues in their own half so far from Millville. This is definitely something to work on, and hopefully they're able to fix it up. And it's really going to lead to more offensive pressure for them and less pressure on their defenders, give them a little bit of a break if they're able to connect on those passes.
Big slide by Victor Ortega there. He was trying to go for that ball. He just wasn't able to come up with it. But that's what we're talking about. That early effort, putting in that 110%. That's what coaches like to see.
Absolutely. That's going to put them in favor. Obviously, play more of big minutes as we get down the stretch here. I'm sure this game is going to be extremely competitive and close. We're going to see a heck of an ending here.
Sean McCarthy up the middle, trying to get the ball out, but swarmed there by Vineland defenders as ref is upset with Teron Stevenson there as he tells him to go off. Let's see what happened here. A little push. I didn't really see too much there. I'm not sure what he was calling.
Perhaps retaliation after the fact.
Right. Quick pass into Lucas Cruz there. Oh, but it's taken by number 18. Oh, and he keeps the ball. Wow, that was dangerous. Teron coming in some more. Big push, but they let him play. No, they...
There's that physicality. Teron Stevenson charging in. An unexpected challenge there. Trying to take it away, and now getting deep into his own zone.
Teron Stevenson just received a yellow card for what just happened there. Guess they're calling a push in the back there. He was trying to get a little too aggressive. He didn't really have a play on that ball, but he still pushed the defender down, so it's very understandable.
Absolutely, and with the back-to-back fouls there, you have to give him a warning at some point, and the official decided to put his foot down.
And the coach has to be careful, too, to make sure he doesn't get another one of those. They're definitely going to be adamant about it, but you got to just make sure that he relaxes and is able to get what he's done. deserves that yellow card there. As play resumes as Vineland kicks a big kick down the middle. Nobody's really there. Over Joe Reed's head. But defended well as he comes back. Kevin Dick is bouncing the ball on his head and is able to clear. Oh, stays in. A lot of close calls there. Make me nervous.
Big booming kick down the field. Vergara in pursuit, but unable to come up with a shot on goal there. And a nice defensive play.
Diaz Lopez comes in to take the throw. Looks like he's going to take a big throw as well as he's starting back up to the fence, running in. Throw comes in. Millville head right back to Diaz Lopez, who tries to kick it in again. More Millville there as they try to get the ball cleared out. Sean McCarthy battling hard. And they eventually get that clear.
It's a big clear from Millville here just to kind of reset their defense.
Travis Jenkins comes up. He's working hard trying to get to that ball, but they were able to pass it and get it through. Owen Gilson, another big kick. And they're calling him offsides.
Tried to drop one into Patterson, just a touch too far.
Patterson was trying to hold himself too. You know, he was looking, but he was just, by the time the ball got there, it was way too late for him. As we resume possession, and big kick by Christian DeLeon, but just a Matsui. Nobody was really there. Nobody was really expecting it as Matt looks to regroup the team. So he takes the kick and puts it down into the middle as both teams are looking back and forth, trying to figure out what they want to do here. As Vineland retains the ball in the midfield, but batted down by Kevin Dick and out of bounds. Ref's upset about the foul there, or fans upset about the foul rather, as Vineland gets another kick by Diaz Lopez. Millville's got to make sure that they're not giving up too many free plays here to Vineland that they might eventually be able to capitalize on. As the ball comes in, right over the top, right to a Millville head, and then cleared. Another big kick. Oh, and Matsui defends that well. It bounced real big on him, and he was able to get a hand up to the crossbar and bat it out, but definitely scary here.
Yeah, you're going to see right in the attack here, straight from the kick. It's a great cross into the middle of the field, trying to find some bodies. And it was clear, but not for long, as shot quickly coming back on the net. Perhaps almost taking a weird hop on Sui, he's able to protect it and tap it over the net, thankfully.
Great play by Sui, but now he has to defend a corner kick as well. Ethan Spinato's had a few of these today, and here comes another one. The ball comes in here, tight right near the goal, but able to be fended out before it hits a Vineland head. Matsui goes to get it out as well, and it's cleared. Like we're talking about, scary plays here by Millville. Not really able to get much offensive possession, as see here the dangerous play as well in the zone. Millville finally able to clear there. It gets back to number 22, Christian DeLeon, who try to go back to his brother, but he's unable to as Luke Patterson comes rolling in, but Christian's able to relieve the ball before he gets the foul.
Whistle's silent.
Matsui came out a little too hard there. He has to kick the ball out with his feet. He's unable to press it, but no harm, no foul there. But Vineland is still in Millville's offensive third. Not something that Millville wants to see at all. Foul coming in. I think that was a high kick. I didn't really get a good look at it.
Victor Ortega down for the Clan.
Looks like he's going to be able to get back up here. A little limpy. And just like we talked about, another Vineland kick in the Millville zone.
Definitely something for Millville fans to be frustrated about. A lot of whistles on their players, but at the same time, they're just playing maybe a little bit reckless and a little bit too aggressive out there. Weren't
able to see what happened there, but it looks like a close call there by the Vineland offense and almost went in on the Millville defenders, but here comes another Vineland. They're just pounding the Millville defense here. I mean, it's not even funny what's going on. Comes in, big kick, but over the crossbar. Millville needs to relax here. See how this started.
Take a look what happened after the free kick here. Driving one in off the net, off a body. A beautiful save by Matsu, getting a hand on it and turning it aside.
No one needs to really work on some possession here. They're just kind of booting the ball up, but it's not working for them. They need to find some feet and move up that way instead of just trying to kick the ball up, because what is going on is not working for them. It's a big kick again, but unable to get it to a Millville offender, and Vineland clears it back to their zone. Griffin Dash back in the game here. We're hoping to see some more production from him, especially compared to coming back on the defensive side, as it's been tough for these Millville defenders defending. As they get another rush down the sideline to number 4, Victor Ortega, who spins around Travis Jenkins, but Travis is holding his steady as the ball rolls out of bounds.
Wonderful box out there by Travis, using his body to shield off Ortega, and now it's going to be a goal kick for Millville. It could have been disastrous potentially.
I've seen that in basketball a few times.
Absolutely, looking like perhaps Charles Barkley, Dennis Rodman over there on the boards.
As the ball comes in here, right to Sean McCarthy, 2 heads, but Vineland ends up regaining possession. Victor Ortega again down the sideline, but that ball is going to roll out of bounds as well.
Travis already a 2-sport athlete. Why not make it 3, right?
Joe Reed puts the ball down quickly and gets it out to number 4, Devon Smith, who boots it up the field to Tehran, but intercepted at the midline. Millville gains possession here. Owen Gilson, but he's swarmed by number 9, Law Hill, and they work backwards.
Millville's been working the far sideline a lot in these past few minutes, and see if they're able to push one up the field and get some pressure now.
Tehran Stevenson gets the ball, but good comeback from Christian DeLeon, but they're calling a foul here, and it's going to be a Millville free kick.
That was a big chance for Millville, kind of give their defenders a little bit of a break. They've been facing pressure, facing shots, and trying to shield off the Vineland players from taking the lead here. And they need a quality offensive possession right about now.
Jonathan Varego is coming in to be the second person on the wall as Owen Gilson gets ready to kick. Kick comes in. Big kick off Devon Smith's head. Tehran Smith, but blocked out by Tristan DeLeon as Vineland tries to clear, as they do successfully, but gained back by Milville as he tries to swarm around and reset. And able to do that successfully. That was what they needed right there. A little offensive possession to get them scared.
It's better than nothing. It's certainly a start for them, and they need to keep it up now. They need to do it consistently and not just have. They really need a big clear here and get back on the offensive possession.
Noah Sarnoff takes a big kick as well, but Joe Reed defends it with the head. But Diaz Lopez comes in, but he kicks it right off of Kevin Dick's foot, and that's going to be another Vineland corner kick.
There's some countless of them in the first half.
It's what they say. It's only a matter of time, but Milville is, they've held that bend don't break mentality.
They have. It can only stand for so long. They're going to need to change something. Of course, you're not going to come out in these games on top where you're constantly being pressured, and you just have to have strong defense.
And a big clear there by number 4, Devon Smith, as he gets it out. Tehran Stevenson comes to attack the ball as well. And Josiah Cruz on the ball as well. Ethan Spinell is able to spin out of both of them. He's up the middle. And they call all ball there as Millville is trying to regain possession, but it's just not working for them. Ethan Spinell down the sideline. Back to number 23, Christian DeLeon, who kicks it out of bounds.
Fighting Clan supporters pleading with the officials for a foul there to Milville.
And another Vineland corner kick here as it went off a Millville defender's leg. See the replay.
What a move here to break loose from 2 defenders. You can see Devon Smith and Josiah Cruz here.
Wow, right
through the legs of Cruz. And it's a great job, just getting the feet tangled up of the attacker and, able to prevent any further damage.
Ethan Spinell comes in to take the kick again. Big kick going to Lucas Cruz, but unable to do anything with it as he tries to rebound back to Christian DeLeon. Noah Sarnoff trying to get it through, but just nobody there, and Mill was able to clear that successfully. And a big clear off of a Vineland defender. Now it's getting nervous. Here comes Tristan coming in, and he's able to kick it out of bounds.
It's a great job by DeLeon there, coming way out of the box and able to shield off any further attack on a 50-50 ball, get to it before it becomes dangerous.
Sean McCarthy brings the ball in quickly, trying to get something started, but it's not really working as it cleared by Law Hill up the sideline as that ball is going to dribble out of bounds.
Bit of a stoppage of play here as we're trying to get the ball back to the field.
That one,
on the second try.
That one hit like the rim of a basketball hoop, but here it comes in. It's Teron Smith who's able to gather the ball down the right sideline. Teron Stevenson, tries to cross it in, but to nobody, and Christian DeLeon is able to cross the ball out, and here comes Vineland again, but that one's cut off by Kevin Dick, who's been working hard all night.
Like Dick maybe a victim to the turf monster there, is maybe stubbing his foot and coming up just a bit short, and it's going to be a throw for Vineland now.
Here comes the throw, and Teron Stevenson's able to get through the line, tries to kick it, but right to Tristan DeLeon's hands. That's a big save by Tristan. He just wasn't able to get all he wanted on that kick.
No, but again, that's a good pressure, and Stevenson's really been active up front here, trying to constantly put pressure on the defenders and the goaltender as one of these is going to break through. For both sides, Millville's been more of subject to boom or bust plays, where Vineland's been setting up their offense and getting corner kicks, things like that, and trying to set it up inside the box. One of these, they're going to break through eventually.
Diaz Lopez takes a big end-over-end kick, but defended well. Noah Sarnoff comes to get the ball again. Not much possession rate going on right here as Noah loses the ball again to Law Hill as he looks to circle around to Noah Sarnoff. But that's taken off by Griffin Dash, who's going to try to make it through. That one's blocked off, coming again, but unable to do anything there with that ball. Came in a little too hot.
A little too much sauce on that one, and it's directed right back towards Griffin.
That ball was kicked out of bounds, and Griffin was looking for that ball, and unfortunately unable to get that as Sarnoff looks to take another throw in. Looks like we got both Sarnoff brothers on the far sideline, Eli Sarnoff and Noah Sarnoff. Hopefully there's some connection there. Here comes Mill at the 25-yard line, looking to throw the ball in here, get a big throw, and maybe a shot on net. As the throw comes in by Teron Stevenson, number 12, but nobody else there to do anything with it. Looks like we're getting some switches here. It's number 16, Adolfo Jimenez comes into the game. Josiah heads the ball, but out of bounds again. Here comes Owen Gilson as well, but here comes Adolfo. He gets it up to, but that's blocked off. Down the sideline, but out of the reach of the left winger's foot. Looks like 5 minutes to play here in the first half. 0-0 Vineland Millville. And some big plays both ways, but just none able to get into the net as we continue playing here. Travis Jenkins gets the ball up to number 23, Sean McCarthy. Nobody there as well as Vineland takes a big kick.
If you're just joining us, don't let the score mislead you. This has been an action-packed event, and it's only going to get better as this game goes on and as the intensity increases, as every moment drags on with this game still tied.
Comes a throw in here by Vineland as trying to get something started. Fakes it, comes back in, throws it again. But that's easily cleared out by Millville. No contest there. Tron Stevenson beats Noah Sarnoff up to the ball as he's trying to get in through all the defenders, but Lucas Cruz comes and stops the attack. Quick throw there by Millville, trying to get the ball up to number 12, Josiah Cruz, but just nothing able to happen there. Big kick by Tristan De Leon as he's trying to get something started for his team as well with a few minutes left in the half. De Leon and Teron Stevenson are battling, and they're going to call that on De Leon as Teron gets a call for himself there, and they're able to get something going for Millville.
Yeah, a lot of position fighting there and trying to come up with the ball. Millville, of course, trying to kick into their offense, but not without a fight for Vineland, and this is going to be a free kick for them.
Number 11, Joe Reed's coming in to kick this ball with a three-man wall for Vineland. All the players lined up on the left side as the ball comes in a little short and batted out easily by Adolfo Jimenez. Big speed there by number 6, Diaz Lopez, but unable to do anything with it. And Eli Sarnoff looks to get the ball up and stays in bounds, excuse me. It's just going in between as Millville takes a big kick up to Teron Stevenson. And he's going to be able to beat the Vineland defenders there. Just looking for somebody he can pass the ball to. He's got two defenders swarming him. Able to make it out for a little bit, but eventually Vineland defender comes in to take the ball away. Diaz Lopez playing big minutes for Vineland here. He's going running back up and down the sideline with a lot of speed, but unable to do anything right there as the subs come in.
Millville finally able to generate some pressure here in the last few minutes of this first half. Hopefully they're able to build off this and come back in the second half, and they're able to stay off defense as they have in these last few minutes.
Ortega comes in to play left wing. Thrown by Noah Sarnoff there. Vineland gets the ball through, but that's stopped quickly by Gavin Miller. Throw in here for Violence. They try to put something on net really quickly with a minute left. But Gavin Miller again comes up big and crosses it out. But here we go again. Vineland with a minute left and really deep into Millville's side. As it looks like he's going to try to get a big throw here, try to get something into the zone, a quick kick to score. So the throw comes in. A lot of Millville heads there, but ends up going off the crossbar and in.
That's going to be out of bounds. Crossbar not in play here.
That hit the yellow crossbar, not the white crossbar.
That's encouraging the excited crowd to calm down as we have a goal kick here now.
Yeah, definitely off the yellow crossbar. What they would call that in football is no good. Injured player down for Vineland, but he gets back up. Just a little turf burn probably. Ortega trying to get the ball, but that goes to Sean McCarthy as they try to start something quickly, but nobody there as De Leon comes down the middle of the field. He's looking like he's flying, coming through to Milville as Gavin Miller is able to cross that ball out of bounds. Vineland bringing the ball in quickly, knowing that there's only a few minutes or a few seconds left. Noah Sarnoff kicks it back in to Law Hill, who's fighting for the ball, but that one's going to go out of bounds and back to Vineland.
Final seconds ticking down here in the first half. There's going to be a couple extra stoppage minutes, and should be headed off to halftime shortly. Vineland trying to get one last pressure.
And here comes corner kick for Vineland, as we've seen throughout the entire half. Millville's definitely getting tired of this, and they're going to have to make some adjustments at halftime to make sure this stops happening. But here comes Adolfo Jimenez in to take the kick. Ball coming in off of Millville head, but a great save by Masui as that ball is able to get out of bounds by a Millville defender.
Time and time again, he has shown up in big moments. Talking to his defenders a little bit, maybe a little bit of miscommunication, but he has been absolutely huge.
And another corner, quick corner by Adolfo Menez again, and that one is not nearly as dangerous.
Big clear. He's going to take us to halftime.
Scores 0-0 here, Millville Vineland, as we see the incredible save by Masui.
Full extension towards his far crossbar, able to turn that one aside and to prevent any damage right before the half. Could have been detrimental.
And you saw the Millville players coming in quick, making sure that ball had no second opportunity. Scores 0-0 here, Millville Vineland, lots of excitement. And we're going to take a break, back in a few. Saw a lot. But this is what Millville needs. They need to be able to, worry those Millville defenders, worry that Millville goalie, that, if they don't get rid of that ball perfectly, that they're going to be in there and they're going to be ready to score. So that's great to see. And on the Vineland side as well, we saw Diaz Lopez coming in for Vineland, Christian DeLeon, and Ethan Spinell all over the field.
Yeah, for sure. And for Millville, it was really, they needed a couple guys to, spark something going on the offensive end. It was Teron Stevenson for them, all over the place, running, playing extremely aggressive, and trying to get his guys to rally behind him whenever they got on the offensive side of the ball. So, they're Lou Patterson also down on the field, generating a lot of pressure and disruption in the Vineland zone. And for Vineland, there wasn't too many of those plays where it was just two guys running down the field. They were setting up their offense a lot more, a lot patient, not looking to force anything, and just trying to get good passes and getting good shots on the net. I saw a lot of good things from both sides. More so, I would say Vineland dominated the half, but Millville did some good things, and they need to focus on those positives and do more of those.
It was very impressive from Millville. Nobody gave up throughout the entire half. Not like the score was any close, but I mean, just physical exertion going back up and back the field, especially the Millville defenders. We saw a lot of good plays by Joe Reed. A few headers that he was able to save from being crosses or being dangerous kicks. We also saw a lot from Kevin Dick on the left side, or excuse me, the right side of the field. And it's going to be important for these Millville defenders to keep strong and not waver to these violent attacks.
In these physical games, the guys are going to start to wear down as this game goes on, and you're going to wonder if it's going to take a toll on the guys and fatigue at the end of this game. And hopefully they're able to feed off a little bit from the atmosphere and the environment, and keep that adrenaline going in the second half, and we can see guys more well conditioned and playing physical in the second half as well.
Speaking of conditioning, Frank and Ariel will be back for the second half after we gave them their little breather. And so we're excited to see what they have. We're excited to see what Millville Vineland has at Gittone Stadium. And we'll be back after a few commercials.
Not playing. Well, according to this, number 17. We are back here at Gittone Stadium, a scoreless first half. The pace definitely up in the air, but Vineland seemed to have that field tilted their own way because Millville didn't get too many opportunities to rush the net in their offensive side.
Yeah, Vineland definitely had a couple of strong opportunities, but a good job by the Millville defense. I think especially number 14, Kevin Dick, had really great opportunities back there. Kind of didn't really let his goaltender there, Matt Suey, get a lot of looks on the ball, did a nice job of clearing it out any chance he could.
And of course, the opportunities come at the end of the first half. Luke Barufi was he the one that he nailed the goalposts?
Yeah, I think from our view, we thought
The
that hit the
football
crossbar
goalpost.
and went in. I had to take a look at the replay and said, well, that did actually hit the field goal post.
So we are scoreless as we start the second half from John Pierantozzi Field at Gittone Stadium. In the first game that we aired, it was a penalty kick that decided the game. Penalty kick during the second overtime. And Milville won it by the score of 2-1, thanks to a penalty kick by Callie Sloan. So far, this one, no score. But again, Milville looking for a bit of more of an offensive pulse because they did not really attack too much in the first half. Now they get a bit of a rush down that right side, trying to center it, but not quite getting it across. That was Josiah Cruz.
We do want to make a little bit of a correction here. Number 6 is actually Austin Donato. We had I think that was his mom, I believe, came in and
yeah,
gave us
sometimes.
and that's not a problem. We of course want to get these kids' names right. Austin Donato, number 6, and then there was another Donato Diaz Lopez. Believe he is not actually playing in this game. We just wanted to get that correction out for everyone.
Maybe the numbers, because we have Austin Donato on our roster as number 17, so maybe they just switched back.
Yeah, and sometimes, you know, it is what it is, but we did want to get that correction out for everyone. Number 6, Austin Donato, and then Donato Diaz Lopez not playing in this one as far as I've seen.
So Vineland just sends it back to their goal keep. Tristan DeLeon. We were talking during that first half, Ariel, about how DeLeon doesn't exactly have the height to look like a goalie, but he has the leaping ability. He showed that a couple times.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to say concerned necessarily, but when I saw the Vineland goalkeeper, I was kind of like, well, he doesn't necessarily have the height, but I'm going to assume if he's in the net, he's got the jumps, as they call it in basketball. He's got the hops, I think is actually what they say. And he certainly had a few as that's number 14 for Milville, took a hard shot right in the stomach. And you could hear that one from up here.
Yep, that was Kevin Dick who got it right in the gut.
He's gonna just take a minute, kind of puts out to the right. I need a minute to breathe. I just took a ball right off.
Oof.
Actually, no, he might have. That might have been a shot.
We'll leave it there. He's down.
Yeah, he is back up. He's walking it off. I was gonna take him a minute to breathe that one out. It's a little applause from the crowd. I think they are going to give him a little bit of breather here. Understandably so. It's number 9, Luke Patterson, checking in for Milville.
So the game's still scoreless. Early section of the second half. Vineland with a throw-in coming up. Now checking in for the Vineland Fighting Clan, number 23, Jonathan Vergara. Actually, it looks like he's checking out. Number 4 is checking in, Victor Ortega. The ball is kicked out of bounds by Vineland, so Milville will inbound it once again with a throw-in. Luke Patterson looking to get the ball into play. Going to be headed out by Vineland. Good step up by Patterson, trying to put it back on the offensive side. And Vineland says no with a high kick. Knocking it down was Joe Reed trying to get his Millville attack going. Good inside move there. Along the right wing side. Crossing pass, that's going to be wide of the net and out of bounds.
Another opportunity there by Josiah Cruz going up the sidelines. Millville's starting to get a little bit more going. They spent a lot of time now in Vineland's defensive zone. I haven't really seen Vineland getting too many opportunities so far to start the second half.
And you have to believe that head coach for Millville, Chris Varga, told him, hey guys, we got to get a little more attack going here. That's what they're starting to do here in the second half. Good head ball into position. Vineland's got it pretty well covered. 2 Millville players converge It's going to go out, and did it go off of Millville or Vineland?
Millville's
Is that going to set up
for
a
it.
corner kick?
Yep, that is Griffin Dash heading over.
I
Take
like
the
that.
corner kick.
When the coach told me that name, I said, that's a great name. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's a great soccer name. Griffin Dash. We got the corner kick getting set. Millville putting it into play. A little bit outside of the box, and Vineland's able to knock it away and start their own rush the other way. Out of bounds it goes, and it will be Millville possession on the far side.
They kind of let not sure I threw that one. Kind of let him take about 10 extra steps there before he ended up throwing it in.
High shot that sails well over the goal. So this should be a goal kick for Vineland. 6 minutes into the second half, a 0-0 score.
And that is Donato who's going to take the goal kick. He switches sides here for it.
The ball is kicked halfway across the field. Nice kick from the goal area. Millville bats it down, head ball, sending it in, but the goalie will get there first. He's going to let it back up. I like that little move by.
Yeah, he kind of just...
De Leon just said, come to me, keep coming.
He kind of gave his team
not
time. Not a great
good kick.
Maybe you shouldn't have let it come so far back.
That ball is going to go out of bounds, so Millville will get a throw in.
It's going to be Teron Stevenson with the throw at number 18.
Yeah, he does what a lot of guys do, is to go way back and then get a running start to throw it in, a little more momentum going.
It looked like he tried to direct a little bit of traffic before that throw in, but Vineland easily covered that.
Fighting Clan with possession, number 9, Law Hill, another great name.
And went up to start that with a little bit of speed there, but wasn't able to keep it in. As Owen Gilson quickly gets that one on the field for Millville, but we'll try this one again.
Millville still in possession.
No, hand things off. Travis, oh no, yeah. Toss it to a couple different people. Teron Stevenson's going to go all the way to the fence to back up for this one.
Let's see how he gets a good throw
And
there.
still gets it almost halfway to the net. Didn't have much, couldn't have backed up any further if he wanted to.
You get a good running start, you can really make a great throw, and that's what he does every time he tries it.
And that's going to end up in a corner, another corner kick here. This one for Millville again. Owen Gilson lining up for the kick. We'll see. Millville goes with the same strategy as the last one. Didn't really seem like it worked out very well with the short kick. We'll see what they're thinking now.
Ball's in play, headed towards the net, and good defensive play.
Yeah, almost a misplay there by Eli Sarnoff. Was able to get in front of it, almost bounced off his leg though. But great reaction there by De Leon to gobble it up afterwards. Could have gotten it back.
Ball going both ways so far. Millville will get it this time. Stepping up. Good read by the Vineland defense as Austin Donato hands off to number 9, Law Hill. Dishes back, and he keeps it in nicely and also gets a nice ball down the field. Unfortunately, Ethan Spinato couldn't quite reel it in, and it goes out of bounds. Spinato had a chance to break down that right side, but he could not control it.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be one of Vineland's first really strong opportunities of the second half. So we're getting a little conversation as the officials point to one of the Millville players having a little talk with him. I don't know about the throw-ins maybe. As they're talking both to Kevin Dick there and the number 3, Griffin Dash. We'll take a look at what happened here. I don't really know.
Yeah,
They just didn't like the throw-in maybe? I don't really know what the problem was, because they talked to both players about something.
You do have to put it over your head to throw it in.
Yeah, and it kind of did look like you almost. We have a yellow card. Didn't quite catch what happened. Obviously on Vineland.
Is it on
I'm gonna
number
take
7
it
right
on.
there?
I'm gonna take it on Ethan Spinato.
Yeah, he was the only one right there when the yellow card came
Yeah, and
out.
since it's Millville's ball, and yes, Spinato was trying to just fix his equipment. I'm going to say the card there was on Spinato. It kind of happened real quick, almost after the throw-in. Kevin Dick will take the free kick here. You can tell they know the kind of power that he's got as they're almost halfway to the net.
All the players are well backed up. 40 yards.
And he's going to take a couple steps behind it, and we'll see. Curve it in, it looks like.
Ball is landing. Millville tries to get the head ball on it. They kick it towards the net, but Vineland kicks it right back out. Now it's skied very high. Millville close it off here. Oh, Vineland gets a break here. Good defense, however.
It was a nice recovery there by Joe Reed. A little bit of sloppy play by Millville in their own end. Almost gave Vineland a clear opportunity, but a nice recovery.
So Millville, I believe, will get a free kick here from that right side. Just a short kick trying to set up an offense.
Yeah, they're going to switch sides of the field here.
Kevin Dick gets around one man. Still going forward, has some space. Tries to send it through, but a good job of kicking the ball away. Vineland's Lucas Cruz.
Might barely be a throw-in. Looks like he got it pretty close to that corner. Looks like it might just be a throw-in. So we got another couple Millville substitutions here. Looks like that's number 15. Zach Hendershot checking in.
Meanwhile, Stevenson again getting that momentum forward to pass it in. A good move. Trying to get through the Vineland defender.
Tried a couple times, but some nice defense there by Law Hill. A couple players tried to dive out for it. That was Owen Gilson on the first attempt. And then Sean McCarthy looked like on the second attempt.
Vineland throw in. Number 13 for Vineland, Nicholas Sanandrea II. Ball is played by Vineland, putting it into the middle of the field, but Kevin Dick again right there, make the play. That's going to come out, so Milville will get a throw in. Nice ball, but Vineland reads it and sends it the other way. Kevin Dick stepping in nicely to control it momentarily. They try to get it into the middle of the field, and now a chance at a shot, but wide. Oh, and I'll tell you what, he's mad at himself. Sean McCarthy had a great opportunity, a great shot here. Watch the ball, it goes off the Vineland player. Nice play off his chest and got a quick shot, but unfortunately, 10 feet wide maybe.
Yeah, it's one of those opportunities, like you really wish you had time to settle the ball. If you had maybe been able to take just a step after that, you might have been able to get a better shot on net. But in that opportunity, well, he didn't really have much time to think about it, so definitely saw the frustration on his face.
Yep. He wishes he had that one back. Now Vineland trying to spring player. Suey gets it back to the 45 on a strong kick, but Vineland momentarily setting up its attack.
Nice keep there by Devon Smith.
Goes out of bounds, so Vineland gets the ball. Trying to step in front, but turning and spinning is number 4, Victor Ortega. Trying to feed through. Millville does a good job of closing it off, and Suey will scoop up the rebound and put it back in play the other way.
Yeah, I noticed this a lot during the first half. Number 14, Kevin Dick, as I kind of said earlier, knows when to pick his spots, knows when to dive out or when to cut a player off. And he's really picked his spots well this evening.
We have a whistle, and it looks like it's going to be a kick for Vineland because they're all moving in that direction.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of contact on the play.
All right, so this is Austin Donato. Looking to kick the ball into play right down the middle.
Kind of want a little easy with the kick there, and just a bunch of Millville players right in front.
And the race is on for the ball at 25. And that is, I believe, kicked out of bounds by Vineland.
John Stevenson was a really nice catcher to catch up to that play, and kind of what we saw in the earlier game, just kick it off your opponent. I think Vineland's actually like kind of confused why they don't have it. I think that is the right call.
Christian DeLeon was the one that seemed to touch it last. That sets him right there.
Like, what do you mean? Yeah, he's trying to be like, I'm not trying to. You see the hand? He's like, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't think I touched it. And you see it on his face. He's like, I didn't touch it. Just see that look of like just amusement almost. Like, okay.
So when we return, it is Stevenson getting the ball in for Millville. Get a nice toss into the middle. Goes through, and Vineland will try to head the ball out. It'll come to the goaltender. That'll be the end of that play. As Tristan DeLeon gathers it in.
Millville's really gotten the better of the opportunities in the second half. Kind of a reversal from the first half, as Vineland hasn't really had spent much time in the offensive zone. Much in the second half, but neither team still able to break through. We're at 23 and a half minutes to go in the second half.
Well, 2 players going down. The ball goes out of bounds, and it will belong to Vineland. Trying to turn 3 Millville players on 1 Vineland player, and somehow
Vineland gets the advantage.
Yeah, I don't quite understand that one, but it will be a free kick for Vineland.
I'm not sure if the call maybe ended up being on Sean McCarthy. He was the one that kind of put his arms out like, what did I do?
They put it in the middle of the field. The ball is headed back out by the Millville defender.
Oh, right off. Yeah, he took that right off the face.
Okay, so we have a man down for Vineland after
We'll take a look at
a close encounter with the soccer ball.
Yeah, that's, and unfortunately I know what that's like, because I did play soccer during high school, and unfortunately took many soccer balls to the face, so I know that that's not a good feeling. Especially from that close range, and actually that is number 6, Austin Donato. Who took that one. Good to see him get up so quickly. Because in that moment, you're going to go off, you're going to get tested, because again, it's happened to me a couple times. You go off, you do the concussion test, you kind of walk through, see how you're feeling. Thankfully, I don't think any times I was hit that close, but it still never feels good nonetheless.
So that stinging sensation puts Donato on the bench for the time being. Scoreless game, clock showing about 21 minutes, 40 seconds to go here in the second half. Trying to chip it through. A little too far ahead of himself. Good idea, but DeLeon, I don't know if that was the wisest thing to do, just kick it out in the middle like that. Now he faces a shot and a save, but Tristan DeLeon, I think his coach is saying, don't ever do that again. Paul Myers probably just said, what are you doing?
He's kind of working out his feet, almost like, did he catch a divot in the turf?
You still don't kick it up the middle like that.
And he also didn't get a good kick on that either. Yeah. Playing with the cleat, he's going to go back and be like, it was my cleat. It got caught in the turf. That's what it was.
Millville trying to get that offensive going again. Vineland clears for a second, and Millville, I believe, will be called for some kind of blocking foul.
We're going to take a look at this play here again.
Yeah. I mean, the defender just softly tips it back to his goaltender, and he just throws it into the middle.
I think it's also, I think it also been because he slipped, so we didn't get as much power on it, but yeah.
You don't kick it
into
the middle.
Paul Myers is probably shaking his head. If that had ended up in the back of the net, you were going to hear some words.
Yeah. Well, he lives to tell about it. Still scoreless. Just about halfway through the second half. Millville will get a goal kick. Ball is sent to the Millville attack. Good head ball forward. Turning and sending it back to an open player. That's Kevin Dick, who's trying to work that left side. Gets around one Vineland defender. Still moving, getting through some players. Still going, and now he's tripped. That'll be a direct kick for Millville.
Again, Kevin Dick involved in the play, unsurprisingly.
Is he issuing a yellow card?
He's got it in his hand.
Yep, that's what he's going to do.
We'll take a look at the play here.
Yep.
And see exactly who it ends up being on. He had a couple players in the area. Yeah, it looks like number 9.
Yeah.
Law Hill just took a nice swift shove to the back.
And Victor Ortega wound up with a yellow card?
Oh, did they call Ortega on the yellow card?
Maybe not.
Yeah, well, no, Ortega's getting sent off.
Yeah, they
It looked like Hill was the one with the shove to the back.
Oh,
but
it didn't look like it. It was. You got it.
Hey, when it's called on Ortega, you got to say looks like because I guess not.
Yeah, both were there, but it was not Ortega who committed the foul.
And I'm not even sure why Hill came in. There were 2 defenders on Kevin Dick there, and Hill just comes in. He's like, nah, boys, I got it. There was almost kind of no need for him to be in the play.
So free kick by Owen Gilson, number 10. Whistle blows, so we're set for the free kick. Lofting it up, and the save is made by De Leon.
De Leon was going to try and get it out real quick to catch Millville off, but he decides to settle it down instead. A much better kick from him on that one.
I wonder if Gilson was trying to just lay it up there for the men who are rushing. And the score!
De Leon got absolutely caught in no man's land. That's the kind of goal.
Yeah,
if I'm Law Hill, I'm sitting down like, what just happened?
It caught me off guard.
Yeah, trust me, if you're going to score a goal like that, that's our guy right there. Number 3, Griffin Dash, celebrating.
Wow.
We're going to take another look at just what happened here. Actually, we're going to see what happened.
We're trying to find it. Here we go. So the head ball happened.
We're going to come back.
We'll get back to it.
Because we got to take another look at that one.
Millville is on the board.
Yeah, De Leon just absolutely was just caught. And I don't know if he thought it was going wide, because he almost didn't run as quickly as he could. And then he saw it. He was like, well, crap.
Pretty much.
There was maybe some other words in the head there, but that was, I kind of didn't play that one.
Millville again taking the shot. This one's going to be wide.
Try and take another look at this one here.
We can find the goal scorer.
Looks like we got it from here. Yeah, it's and a really nice kick by.
Oh, perfect.
A really nice kick there by Griffin Dash.
Unfortunately, we can't see the number.
No, yeah, Griffin Dash was the one who made the play from the 40. So a really nice play by Dash, and just again, if you're Paul Myers, you're looking at your goaltender like, what were you doing? He came out very far for that play, and again, just ends up getting caught in the middle of nowhere.
That's one of those that to say you want to have it back, because you don't want that kind of goal to score.
You don't get multiple of those in a game. No. You got almost lucky on the first one, but it always finds you.
So Millville has the all-important lead, 1-0. Let's see if they can make it stand up. Vineland's offense is not really the same as it was in that first half. Millville has turned the field around.
Yeah, we've had pretty much role reversal between the teams in the second half. Millville pretty much had all of the momentum. Vineland really hasn't even got down to the side of the field much. Matt Suey's been able to pretty much relax for the most part back there.
Yeah, hands on the hips, just an afternoon at the park. Vineland making a substitution here.
That's Ethan. Or sorry, I keep looking at the wrong rosters for this.
And here's that shot once again. Just throw it at the net. Sometimes it will go in. And Griffin Dash did just that. He caught De Leon a little flat-footed.
It's actually Austin Donato checking back in. So good to see him back in the game after taking a pretty close one off the face.
Millville possession. The throw in, a nice long throw in. Did that go off Vineland out of bounds? Yep, it did. Another throw in coming up for Millville. And as he's done throughout, Teron Stevenson will get the throw in. Steps into it, throws it into local area there. Good spin move, but Vineland comes away with it.
That was a good opportunity almost, but a nice play.
Constantino for a moment had a break, but the play broke down.
Joe Reed with a nice cutoff of the play, and he's got to get back on side, Spinato. He was hanging out offsides there for a minute. You can be frustrated that you couldn't make the play couldn't happen, but
extracurricular there.
And it looked like they kind of high-fived after, like, we're good, we're good. Yeah, but again, if you're Spinato, you obviously can be frustrated about a play not made, but you can't just hang out offsides afterwards. You have to kind of quickly get back in the play as Vineland tried to have another break there.
Got to keep your head in the action, because sometimes if you don't, you get caught. The free kick is up and knocked down by Vineland. Get possession, and good read of the play. Not that it's going to amount to much, but that was a good read.
Again, Kevin Dick sliding up, knowing when to take his opportunities. And to get that much power on it as well. I think he slid it from about the 50 to the 40 to make that play.
Chris Varga loves to see that kind of effort, because that's a heady play to step up just like that. Vineland trying to turn it the other way, trying to create space, but it's knocked out. So Vineland will get a throw in. Austin Donato will be the man throwing it in for the Fighting Clan. Good ball placement in the middle. Oh, there's a chance. It's blocked by Milville. That wound up risky, as it gave a good opportunity to Ethan Spinato for a shot.
And Sean McCarthy stepping in front of Suey to get that ball out of there. It looked like they almost thought about letting Suey have it.
Again, a giveaway. Shot is blocked.
That's the one thing Millville's also done a really good job at in their own end, is when able to cut balls off and make sure they're able to handle it before it gets to Suey.
Good head ball to the front. Vineland will kick it out.
And again, of course, we're going to see Teron Stevenson here. Well, he was ready to take it, but we're going to get a substitution here from Millville.
Our clock showing 11:45. That's a rough estimate as to what the game clock really is. Time is being kept on the field by the officials.
I believe that was Sean McCarthy. Or, not Sean McCarthy. I saw it too. I think Josiah Cruz checking back in, or McCarthy, one of them. One of them came back in. I think that was Sean McCarthy checking back into the game. I saw it too, and then I couldn't tell what the other number was.
Ball's at midfield. Millville sending it up, trying to get it to the attack. They will save it along the sideline, put it deep into the Vineland zone. And that, I believe, is going to go out of bounds off of Millville. Or is it a corner kick?
Looks like we're heading towards the corner.
Okay. So Millville will get a corner kick opportunity here, keeping the pressure on.
Owen Gilson will head to the corner. And we're seeing Millville with quite a different strategy on their corner kicks, as they've got no one in front of the net. Instead, they're going to go with the charge approach. See if they're able to make something happen.
Gilson puts it in play. Head ball tried, not quite on goal. Vineland clears it. Kevin Dick with a spin move and drops it back to his defense. Really nice heady play. And create space for yourself when you do that.
Almost the wrong way for Joe Reed, as he had the ball bounce off of him right to Vineland forward, but almost going to turn the other way. Almost have a 4-on-2 for a second.
Looking to turn and shoot, but he'll turn back the other way. Drop it back for some space again. Shot is there. Shot is wide, and they're going to call offside.
Yeah. I think that was that Griffin dash again. Just a bit offsides. It was a nice opportunity there in front. Went for the spin kick. Right before that, I think that ended up catching Dash offsides. I have a feeling if they got a foot on that before, if it wasn't going to end up offsides either way, because Dash didn't really move from his spot once he got the ball. So I think he was already offsides.
There's a chance, but Millville's going to manage to cut that off and get it back to their goalie, Suey, who puts it back to midfield, beyond that actually. Trying to chip it through. Put it into the middle of the field, and nice speed to get to it, but DeLeon in the play.
Teron Stevenson makes a little shot at the goal. I don't know.
I don't think he made any
really
contact.
know.
It looked like it looked like DeLeon said, let me just flop here and get a call.
Teron Stevenson did that with a nice effort to kind of charge the goaltender and force him to pick it up.
Absolutely, but
I don't really know what happened after that. I don't think
it didn't look
there was
like
some
he was
faux
touched.
contact, maybe.
Vineland with possession at the 45, knocked down. Spinning with it is Vineland's number 20, that is Anthony
not
Calabrese.
a great pass from Calabrese either. Sent it right to a Millville player.
Again, Kevin Dick, now that should be off Vineland. He wants it to, no.
Yeah, Donato wants it.
Donato wants it, but he kicked it out. Come on. He's the one that put his foot in there and knocked the ball out.
You like the little extra movement from Kevin Dick. He's like, oh, they're not looking at me, not looking at me. I'm going to take a step, I'm going to take another step. If I throw the ball quickly, they won't know I just took 5 steps.
And that's off Millville, so Vineland would get possession. Throw in quickly.
They're trying to get quick. Donato was trying to get the ball out quick. Nice footwork.
I don't even know how Kevin did that. Nice long ball, have a man there.
Teron Stevenson, if he can get there.
Stevenson is pushed.
Yeah.
No call.
He was taken down. Ref says play on. Like there was a little bit of arm action.
I'm going to let you comment on that because that was terrible.
There was a little bit of a push and shove here. We got Griffin Dash down, but some nice sportsmanship there from Ethan Spinato helping Dash up. Now we have a whistle. I think Dash is trying to say, I gotta come off. It's like he's calling to the bench. He's like, I need a minute. He's not even gonna wait for a sub to come. He's like, I gotta go. He's limping. Not hard, but he's limping enough where he's like, Coach, I can't play. I gotta come off the field here.
So while we straighten all of that out, the officials getting together. A 1-0 lead for Millville on what was basically a 40-yard kick and goal.
And we do have the sub coming in. I was like, I don't think I saw anybody come in for Griffin. He just kind of went off and waited. That's number 16,
Let's take
Jackson
a look here.
Gamber.
Now that's a push, a grab. That's
a lot
a
of
foul.
things. That's a lot of
That
things.
is a foul.
That is a lot of things happening.
Pushing, grabbing.
Okay. That's just a lot of things. All of the above?
We made our statement, we'll let it go.
All that matters right now for Millville is they've got the lead. And they're going to try and hang on for the next 6 minutes.
A lot of time being counted off the clock here.
Oh yeah, we're definitely going to see quite a bit of extra time here. There's definitely been a lot of whistles in this one. We should see at least a couple minutes of extra time here. I don't know if they don't know where the spot on the field is. Officials are conferring on where this is. They're going. Now they're saying the other side of the field. Yeah, we're going across the field. I don't know how we're going from the one side to the complete other side. We're going to the middle, maybe.
Bringing into the middle.
There's definitely a lot of talk on where this is going to be. As we'll take another look at that play here.
That's just a lot of interference. I don't know how you don't call that.
The only thing I'm going to go with is they're assuming that This is just me trying to play that devil's advocate and assuming they thought he was already going down, like that he already lost his footing. Maybe they're like, you were already going to the ground anyway. It's the only thing I can think of because he did just give play on, but McCarthy sure thought otherwise. We might have thought otherwise.
Another great kick by Kevin Dick, even though the ball's still kind of in Vineland possession here on the offensive side of the field.
Counting how many heads that was going off of in that span of a couple seconds.
Stevenson playing it through.
Nice through ball there.
And this is going to be an easy snag for De Leon.
That's Jackson Gamber who came in.
Yep. Jackson Gamba.
He's the one who came.
Where's the handball? Oh my goodness. You know,
yeah, you can even hear the crowd.
I'm not going to tell you that I'm an expert on soccer.
I love when you can hear the crowd.
But when it's obvious, how do you not call these things?
I think that's my favorite thing is when you can even hear the crowd saying, yeah, that was it.
He swung his arm. Well, Milville will wind up with a throwing.
Of course, we got Teron Stevenson taking it back to the fence. He's just going to lean against the fence for a minute, kind of guide his team out. And I think you got to be a little careful there. McCarthy was offside.
Yeah, he came back into it, but the play made by De Leon throws it back out into play. Milville again cutting things off and not letting Vineland's attack go. It'll go out of bounds, unfortunately, and Vineland will get a goal kick. At midfield, ball is headed back into the offensive side by Millville. Vineland trying to quickly get the ball in play. The officials do not allow it to happen. They will get it and throw it in from around the 50-yard line.
For a second, I don't even think that ball came in. And Millville tried, and he just launched. There wasn't even anybody close. Sometimes they see you. Oh, actually, it's because it wasn't even Millville's ball.
Vineland putting it into play, trying to get their offense going. Oh, again, Kevin Dick with the head ball to get the ball out of danger. Stevenson turns, passes it off. Millville does get it to midfield. Vineland kicking it back into their side of the offense.
And Joe Reed almost did go over the back.
Uh-huh.
I can understand the one on that one. He did almost jump completely over.
Christian De Leon was trying to get something to happen, and he had somebody on top of him. Play goes on, and Millville just sends it down the field. Goaltender will probably get there first. And he does kick it up to a teammate. That is number 20, Anthony Calabrese. Ball is settled down, and Vineland will try to set it up. Calabrese again putting it up the right sideline. Good pass into the middle, but a good step up, and Vineland still manages to get it to the attack. The speed is on. And Milville wins the race, knocking it out of bounds. A good play by Eli Sarnoff.
That's actually Joe Reed from Millville. It was Donato on the play for Vineland. He tried to catch up to that.
Got too many papers.
Too many papers, too many rosters. We'll get there.
So Vineland will get a chance here.
Yeah, Vineland has a player right on Suey, and Millville's just going to let him stay there.
Well,
but I don't understand how he can be there.
Well, he can be there. He's going to be offside.
That's what I mean is, well, Millville's almost, yeah, there you go. Millville was just kind of letting him do it. Devon Smith comes in now to almost push him off Suey. Got to be careful here to make sure Suey can see the ball.
Donato
a lot of contact.
Puts it in, and the head ball goes out. So we're going to get a corner kick.
Gotta be real with you, I from this angle thought that was already a corner kick.
For pronunciation only, sir. Ball goes out of bounds on that corner kick, so Millville will get a goal kick out of it.
And actually, I think we're about.
Well, we have zeros on our clock, so we are pretty sure that we're getting close to the. Yeah, we're definitely towards the end of this half.
Yeah, if not, we're definitely going to get a couple of extra minutes here. We had a long delay on a couple moments. So even if we are at the end of regulation time, definitely got a couple of extra minutes here.
Well, Millville has the luxury of just trying to keep the ball right where it is right now. And there's a pass across. That's going to be kicked out.
For Camber.
Now, I'm sorry. I thought I just saw Vineland kick that ball out.
I'm not.
Okay.
I look like on the play here, it looked like it kind of just went wide. Yes, as you said, Millville pretty much just has to keep possession and take their time. Realize that. Yeah, see, Kevin Dick's just taking his time, going to take his spot, not going to rush it.
He puts it into a Vineland player who now turns it the other way. But
yeah, Suey's going to
get that. He heads to it. And he headed into a good spot where only Millville could get to it. Great, great play by Suey. Now we have a breakaway.
Stevenson almost overran it.
Shot. Oh, what a save.
Yeah. Oh, no, don't worry. He called it. We got a Vineland player not happy. That's number 2.
Well, Stevenson was guilty of the foul,
yeah,
so it is going to be a
number 2,
kick.
Lucas Cruz. Was not very happy. So he was calling for the card. Now, of course, you can call for the card all you want. Doesn't mean they're going to give you one. But Cruz wanted a call on that one.
Well, it's a free kick for Vineland. Lucas Cruz does put it in play, and it gets beyond everyone.
Again, Vineland definitely running out of time here to make anything happen. And that was a whistle, but that was just a sub whistle.
It wasn't the whistle that we know.
That was the sub whistle.
Here's the play. Let's take a look. Stevenson gets a good shot right there. Great save by DeLeon.
Yeah,
and,
rightfully so.
And Stevenson did bowl over Cruz.
Stevenson did go over my. And then, yeah, I think Stevenson then got sat on, maybe. This number was number 15, Noah Sarnoff, who that maybe took a little bit of exception.
Millville throw in. Knocked down by Vineland. Goes out of bounds off the Fighting Clan, so another throw in for the Thunderbolts. And that again goes off Vineland.
And Millville said, all right, we'll take it.
Yeah, slowly but surely moving the ball downfield. Turning in, and Vineland does a good job of cutting off the play, but a good step up there. DeLeon boots it back out, but it's going to head out of bounds. Millville throw in.
Again, Millville taking their time on these throw-ins. Almost put a lot of effort into that throw-in. I was going to say somebody was offside. It looked like the back official put the flag up. I believe he was calling someone off.
So Vineland gets the throw in.
Millville doesn't want to give Vineland any opportunity here. We don't know how much time is left. It can't be much longer.
Ball is played by Vineland and knocked out of bounds, so Millville guilty of throwing it out of bounds. Vineland trying to get a throw in. Ball is loose behind everyone, and they'll just send it back to Suey.
Good play to kick it back to Suey.
Suey puts in a good spot, doesn't go out of bounds, and it goes deep.
And it could be a nice break here from, almost a good opportunity there for Gamber.
Good cutoff. Number 15 on that cutoff, that was Noah Sarnoff, who pretty much ended that thrust by Millville's attack.
We're going to try again here. Ball just a little bit too far out in front. McCarthy again tried to send Gamber.
They booted back into Vineland's defensive zone. Turning in, now a chance for Millville to get another shot.
Pass just not where he wanted it.
No, he was covered also. Vineland had that play covered.
That was Josiah Cruz, who almost had a man wide open in the front.
Little chip. And we have offside again, Millville.
You know, I'm not sure which one of them was off. So we'll take a look again.
Yeah, Josiah there trying to make that pass, and it didn't connect. Ball is at midfield. Millville a chance to control it, and they do kick it down the sideline.
And that's...
And...
Yes, no. Oh, no, we had a collision on the side, it looked like. Thought that was the final whistle. Sounded like the final whistle.
Yeah, usually they tooted a certain way, and that wasn't quite the way.
Looked like we had a collision on the side.
So Millville will get a kick. Vineland knocks it down. And there's the whistle.
The final whistle.
That's the whistle we expect to hear at the end of the game. So Millville puts together quite a second half, a tale of two halves in this game. Millville looked like it was dominated by Vineland that first half. Again, I just had 4 shots for Vineland, none for Millville. Suey made 4 saves in that first half. Millville didn't get a shot, and it was complete opposite in the second half. Millville with an 8-0 shot advantage in the second half. And of course, one of the strangest goals you've ever seen from around the 40-yard line was scored by Griffin Dash. He just launched it towards the net. He caught Tristan DeLeon just a little flat-footed, just enough for it to crawl into that left side of the net, and that is the difference in the ball game, a 1-0 victory. So Millville comes up with a doubleheader sweep tonight.
Yeah, and we're going to try and get, it looks like Griffin Dash and Matt Suey up here. Matt Suey obviously didn't have to do much work tonight, but still post the shutout regardless. And on Ascal Benny.
Yeah, he made a key save at the end of the first half that kept the game scoreless. And there's Matt Suey right there, taking off the gloves as the handshakes start. Yep. So a turnaround by Millville, and they just played a tremendously better second half and dominated 8-0 in shots, and they got the 1 goal they needed.
Yeah, Vineland had plenty of opportunities in the first half to get something done. Weren't able to take advantage of any of those opportunities, and it comes back to bite them in the end, as Millville really stifled things in the second half. Didn't let anything in on Matt Suey. Now, Matt Suey made a couple plays, but none of them ended up being up any dangerous shots or opportunities. They almost just maybe just wanted to touch the ball for once, make a couple plays in that, but a really strong effort from Millville in the second half especially to shut Vineland down and convert. I don't know if I want to say convert on their chances, because again, that's not a goal you're going to see often, and hopefully we'll be able to talk to Griffin about it, because I'm curious if he's going to say, oh yeah, I planned that.
Well, he planned to get it towards the net, and it wound up going in. That's the difference. Teron Stevenson, a good second half as well, and really I don't want to make light of the fact that Kevin Dick played a tremendous defensive game. He just kept everything in front of him. Good head balls, good kicks up the field, and really did not allow Vineland's offense to really get any kind of traction at all in the second half. So we have a 1-0 final. We're going to take a timeout here, try to get our star of the game up to do a little conversation about the action, and we'll be back in just a moment. Stadium. Gittone Stadium. It's John Parentazzi Field at Gittone Stadium. Millville coming up with 2 wins today. Definitely a great first game with the two girls teams really battling it out and going into the double overtime session before a penalty kick decided the issue. Callie Sloan delivering the penalty kick victory for Millville. And it was quite an interesting contest, and we said it before the break that this was a game of 2 halves. Vineland looked like they were primed to take a lead in that first half, put a lot of pressure offensively on the Millville defense. It was Suig making a lot of great saves, and one particular towards the end of that half that kept the game scoreless. So with that in mind, of course, Millville getting the job done. Matsui with that save, and I don't know what head coach Chris Varga told his team at the half, and maybe we get one of the players to tell us, because they came out on fire. It's like they turned the tables and just kept coming offensively for the 40 minutes that they had.
Yeah, you had to think there was maybe more than a few choice words on the sideline from Varga to his team, as they really could have been down a lot after that first half, as Vineland had plenty of opportunities to make something happen. But again, the Millville defense really stepping up, especially in that second half, to limit Vineland. Making the job pretty easy for Matsui, as you said. Looked like he really didn't make any saves in that second half.
He didn't have
Touched the ball a little bit, but didn't end up making any saves. Really didn't have any high danger opportunities, as Millville defense really did a good job of limiting things in the second half. So you have to think there was quite a conversation on that sideline during that first half.
Well, he probably told his defense, you got to get the ball out quicker. That's probably one thing he said, because they certainly did not allow Vineland to really get much going at all. As we take a look at the little play here towards the goal, there's the save by De Leon. That was part of the action during that second half. And again, just plenty of pressure offensively. They kept coming at, again, Stevenson doing a lot of the footwork as well. He got the ball into play quickly.
And if I'm not mistaken, this is the really strange goal here, as you see Griffin dash at the 40-yard line.
He was at the 40, so that's actually a 50-yard kick.
And De Leon just caught watching a little bit. And I mean, he wasn't going to catch up to that either way, but he did get kind of caught a little bit as well. You see the celebration there is in that moment. And in the backflip, I didn't even see the backflip. I have to ask Dash about that one. So did you have that one up your sleeve? I mean, when you score a goal like that, I don't know if I'm the coach, if I necessarily want to see my player backflip. But when you score a goal like that, yeah, you're going to want to celebrate for a little bit, as it looks like we are going to get Griffin Dash up here in just a little bit. We're going to talk to him about that. Not sure if we're going to get Matsui or not as well. But we're certainly going to talk to Dash about that play and that celebration and kind of get his few words on the game as well.
All right, so we'll talk with the players of the game after we come back. Our final again, 1-0. Millville defeats Vineland, and we'll have our post-game show Star of the Game feature coming right up.
I got the star of the game. All right, you guys are you cold? I'm cold too. Batteries? Yay.
A little sweaty. You sure you want me to put these on?
Oh, you're good. You're
All
good.
right. Oh.
We're gonna take a break after. Yeah. Well, that's what I thought. I'm just making sure, sir. back here at Gittone Stadium, Millville Vineland, second half of our doubleheader. Millville boys, kind of a tale of two halves in this one as Millville comes out with a 1-0 win. They've got one of our stars of the game, Griffin Dash here. I mean, first of all, we have to talk about that goal. When that ball came out to you, be honest, were you trying to score on that? So you knew you had a chance to get that goal. Did you kind of see De Leon maybe off feet a little bit? You knew right away that you were going for net there.
Yes.
And we'll take a look at that goal as well, just to get a couple more thoughts on it. And I want to talk about the celebration as well, because you guys were obviously very pumped after that. As we'll take a look here, as De Leon obviously made the save first, but we'll take a look at the celebration after as well. But just kind of take a look at this one as De Leon just kind of takes his time here. Get a couple look at this, just nice and easy. We'll see. Look here. Bounces right off the Vineland player, and you knew right away. Right away. You didn't even take a second. You're like, I know he's off foot. I know I can score from here. It's kind of a goal you don't usually see that often. And we'll stay on this for the celebration because I want to talk about something else here. We're going to see it in a second. I think you know what it is. We're going to talk about this right here. Was that up your sleeve already? Is that you knew if I score, I'm going to backflip?
Yep, we were talking about it before the game on the bus.
Oh, so was it you? Was it like you, I'm going to score, I'm going to do a backflip? Or was just anybody was going to backflip?
No,
oh,
yeah,
so you were coming to this game ready to backflip. All right. And kind of, as we mentioned, kind of a tale of two halves in this game. So I'm kind of interested to see, obviously, kind of clean it up a little bit. What did Coach Vargas say to you guys after that first half?
Yeah, after the first half, I mean, as you guys could tell, we were playing pretty rough. He basically just, he helped us get our heads back in the game and, reminded us what we were playing for. And I think that kind of got into everybody, and, we started to, come together as a team. And, yeah, it turned out pretty well in the second half.
Yeah, you guys obviously really turned it around on Vineland in that second half. Didn't really let them get any opportunities. We're going to talk to your goaltender in a little bit, Matt Suey. Didn't really have to let him do anything in that second half. We didn't have him with any saves in that second half. He did touch the ball a little bit. Yeah, you touched the ball a little bit. At least we didn't get him with any real danger opportunities. We'll say make him feel a little bit better.
That's
Not
the
any
good part.
dangerous opportunities. So obviously we'll have him speak on that a little bit, but obviously he has a lot of trust in the defense to be able to cut plays off, and he knows as well that those guys are able to step up. Especially Kevin Dick had a really strong game back there. Was very good at cutting plays off and kind of getting up. You want to talk about his game a little bit as well? How much you guys value him back there?
Kevin is he's an asset. Without Kevin, our team is we would do all right, but Kevin he's a big help.
Give ourselves a little credit.
He's a big help, yeah.
And then and we'll talk about Matt Sue a little bit as well, because we're gonna head to him in a little bit. But kind of talk about obviously still gets the shutout, still counts for him on the scoreboard.
Yep.
Again, we were talking. They don't ask how, it's how many. We're gonna talk about his game and how important he is for you guys.
Suey is we do our best to keep the ball away from him, but when the ball does get to him, I'm glad that we can trust him to do to make the right decisions.
I was gonna say, you start to say we keep it away from him, and then you came in there with it, but we do trust him back there to make those plays.
No, when it gets back to him, we trust him to make the right decision.
Yeah, well, a strong game for you, a strong game for Suey. A lot of guys on the board had strong games. Ron Stevenson as well had a strong game as well. We're gonna take a quick break here and talk to our other star of the game, Matt Suey. Again, one of our stars of the game, Griffin Dash, with one of the weirdest goals you'll see, but he says he was trying it the whole way, and we believe him because he kicked it right away, so we're going to take his word for it. We'll take a quick break here and be back with Matt Suey in 1 second.
that was the key, I think. Yep. Never remember your first name.
Matt.
Matt, right? Matt.
This is my dad. My dad's more well known than me. Yeah, with his weird spelling.
Doubleheader today. Millville winning both games. The boys game ending up in a 1-0 decision on one of the, again, more strange goals you'll ever see from the 40-yard line. And being that the goal is 10 yards back, that was a 50-yard kick. The view that you had, tell me about the view you had of the goal that was scored.
I mean, I was kind of sitting on the post. Well, like, not directly, but I had a perfect view of that goal. Like, I saw the spin going, and I was like, oh, my gosh, that's going to be right in. And then I saw it hit the post, but I didn't know if it went into the back of the net. So, I didn't react initially, but I saw everyone else reacting, so I was like, yeah, oh, gosh, okay.
Now, as a goalie, as you see the play happening here, he gets the ball out, he kicks it out, and then Dash gets the ball around that 40-yard line eventually. We'll just let it run here. But the fact is, the first half, it looked like Vineland was very much on the attack for you guys, against you guys. Here's that kick. And so you saw the ball kind of curl. As a goaltender, when you come out to play the ball like that, do you ever feel like there might be a moment where you get a little flat-footed? Because that's what looks like what happened there.
I mean, I had one in the first half that I was coming out for, and it bounced right over my head, and I was like, oh, my God, and I just had to tip it over. So, I mean, that's really like a massive example of what happened there.
That was the play that I remember. The fact that you got it, tipped it over the net, and just at least no danger there.
Yeah.
Live to talk another day. As this team, though, I know I talked to Coach Varga over the last couple days, and he said something along the lines of, when I asked him what he expects in this game, you know what he said?
What?
To win.
Well, I think we all did.
Yeah, he kind of he didn't say anything else about it. He knew that, well, we all know Vineland and Millville games always come down to something like this. So, but his confidence was there in you guys. And you guys really, again, that second half was very impressive. All 11 players, you and the 10 in front of you, they just controlled the ball in the action.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half, he definitely was not happy, and I don't think anyone else was. Like, there was a point it was right after the corner of my first diving save.
Right.
And like my buddy Devon, who plays midfield, he was like telling us, he was like, guys, we need to relax. Like, we are yelling at each other in such like an awful like way. Like, we need to be uplifting to each other, and it's like, this isn't acceptable right now. And I think that's what kind of started the momentum into the second half of like us just relaxing, because I mean, Vineland lost so many key players last year. Like, David Finucci graduated.
Right.
Alex, oh gosh, I don't remember his last name. He graduated. He was a senior. They lost Owen Edgar, who was an amazing player. Anthony Sotero transferred. Like, I mean, they lost a lot of key guys. So, I mean, I think every single person on our team, including our coaches, were expecting us, like, to absolutely kill them. But, I mean, we still somehow pulled it out. I don't know.
What's it like to play under the lights?
That's amazing. I mean, it's a little hard to see. I mean, it's amazing though, with all like the people, because I mean, with 5 minutes left, or maybe it wasn't 5 minutes left, but like I saw T, our striker, just like pumping up the crowd. I was like almost getting chills. I was like, this is what we play for.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was amazing. Like, not just for like the fans, but like all of our teammates too. Like, we trusted each other. And it was just amazing to just play in this atmosphere.
It would have been very good to see, because he had a chance at the end, almost broke in free.
Oh, yeah.
He was tripped up, but we won't go there.
Yeah.
Had he scored that goal, I guess that would have been electrifying as well, because he played a great game for us.
If he scores that, I do a backflip. All right. That was. It was. I mean, if he scores that, I think we know that the game is dead, and I think Vineland does, and I think that's the beginning of the celebrations. But I mean, it came out 5 minutes later, and I don't think anyone else is complaining except maybe T, who's a little hurt.
Matsui, the goaltender for Millville, our star of the game, along with Griffin Dash, and very entertaining contest to say the least. And Millville really put it together in the second half to come away with a victory. Great way to start, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Our star of the game, Matt Suey, congratulations.
Thank
on
you.
Extending the handshake there.
Oh, sorry.
That's
I thought you
okay.
were.
No.
I thought you were just like, hey, here he is.
Good job
Way in
tonight.
my hands.
Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Enjoy your ride home. Just want to make mention of a few things here. We want to thank the Vineland Public Schools service of allowing us to use their feed for tonight's game. As you saw all the great pictures, and we had some great people working the cameras, by the way. Our director, of course, Ryan Narowski, does a great job in coordinating all the shots that you see. In fact, we had somebody come into the booth just a little while ago saying that the pictures were all great and the broadcast itself looked very sharp. So kudos to Mr. Ryan, as we always give to Mr. Ryan. We also want to make mention,
I don't know about that one.
we want to give credit to our other commentators tonight, and they also helped out with the back scenes of the broadcast. Parker Swift and C.J. Stanek did a nice job during that first half of this game.
Yeah, I checked in on them a little bit throughout the first half. Really great quality.
Well, it helps them to know the players personally. So that's
that
a good
helps.
thing.
What I know. I think CJ was talking about it a little bit to know these players pretty well. Obviously, makes it a lot easier when you know the names and everything. You kind of know who they are and how they play. It definitely helps a little bit. You can kind of I mean, you could definitely tell during the first half as I got more comfortable with it.
And of course, we want to thank our camera people, Sarah Cassis and Giovanna Amato. Any other people on camera that I didn't mention? Okay, so we're good. All the credit to all the people that work behind the scenes. Ariel Melendez and yours truly, Fred Melendez. Always a pleasure to be with you here on Quinn Broadcasting Sports Activities, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, and now soccer. We enjoy doing it very much, and we are very hopeful that you are enjoying as well. A lot of good comments that we see. Always like to check in with the people that do check us on Facebook Live. And we are on YouTube Live and Channel 22, so plenty of avenues for you to enjoy it. We have football coming up Friday, correct? Williamstown, is it? See, I've been off.
It is Thursday.
Yes, I was off today, so I can't get my day straight. Friday is the day for Millville football here, and it's a 7 o'clock start. 6 o'clock. Okay, very good.
One of those times.
So that is Williamstown, Millville tomorrow night. For Ariel and yours truly, Fred Melendez, wishing you well. Millville winning both ends of a doubleheader, one in the double overtime session via a penalty kick by Callie Sloan, and one of the more incredible goals. Griffin
I think
Dallas.
my highlight of the night.
I tell you what, that was a tremendous goal, and it just slowly went in. It's like you see that slow motion thing at one of these sports movies. That's what it looked like. Millville winning it 1-0 in the boys' game. Glad you had a chance to view, and we hope to see you again in the very near future. Have a good night, everybody.